YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. Got another pickups video for you. Here's some massive amount of Skylanders stuff. If you're not interested in Skylanders, then you might want to skip to the end here, but I'll show you the kind of stuff I got. Now, all these Skylanders are doubles for me, so they're going to be for sale, but I just couldn't pass them up for the price that they were. Not that it was a killer deal or anything like that, but it was a pretty good deal, and I should be able to recoup more than my money's worth on them. So I'll get started on the Skylander aspect of things right now. Like I said, though, if you're not interested in it, make sure you stick around and check out the end, because there is one item here that you may find kind of interesting. So the first things I'll show you here are all these different Skylanders. I ended up picking up 3 different bags, and for each of these bags they wanted $13, which isn't too bad a deal really when you consider what each of these are going to be going for individually. I don't know, I didn't really price these out ahead of time, so we're going to see here how I did. So this was $12.99. This is the first bag here. The first one here is Terrafin, and this is the one from the second series. Pretty cool there. Also got from the second series one is Chop Chop. Also second series, Cinder. Again from the second series, it's Jetback. Next one here, also from the second series, the Giant series that is Double Trouble. And then finally from that bag, there's Tree Rex. So that's pretty cool right there. A little bit loose for some reason. It's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. Mine are all tight, but he seems kind of loose. Anyways, so that was the first bag. So in the second bag, here's what we've got here. There's the Giants version of Shroom Boom, the Giants version of Igniter. Then moving on, there's the first series of Stealth Elf. So this is actually like the green based one, so that's from the actual original Skylanders game rather. And then you have the dark version of Stealth Elf, which was I believe EV Games. I do have this set. I believe I got it from EV Games, exclusive. So they were like dark, you know, made up this way kind of thing, like different kind of style to it. Basically, kind of looks almost like a ninja. It's like all black. And then also that came in that same pack was Dark Spyro. So he's also there. There were other dark characters as well, and there's one character here that's actually missing part of it because it is a Swap Force character, so it's just the base for Washbuckler. So that was also in that pack, as well as the Portal, which is from the most recent game, the Swap Force game. So this is the Swap Force Portal. And then finally, the last bag here. This is in no particular order. First one here from the Giants is Flashwing. And moving on to go along with the other one, it's the dark version of Slobbertooth. There's also an actual Giants character. So this is the second Giants in the one, because I already showed you Tree Rex there. And this is Bouncer. Then of course Spyro, and this is actually from the first one because it has the green base, so this is the first Spyro. Came out with the original game. And then Gil Grunt as well, and this is the Giants version of Gil Grunt. And also in there was the cannon from one of the, I can't remember what they call them, battle packs I think they call them. It usually comes with like a couple items and something like this, and then a character. So that was the Skylanders haul. Basically, I was $45 for all of those, but I think that's well worth it. I'll just do like a little count here and see how many things I got. So there's 17 characters there, and also that doesn't include the half character, just the base for this guy here. And it also that doesn't include the portal as well. So basically, you're looking at like in total 19 different items there that came in this particular lot. So I thought that was pretty good. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sell these off and get a lot of my money back, even more so, but I just couldn't leave them behind. Just way too cool. I'm really blown aback by the fact that these were actually in a thrift shop. I got these at the Toulouse, and like, for instance, like these characters here, I mean, this game is not that old now. I mean, maybe, you know, 6 months old or whatever, but if you got into collecting these, and obviously this person, you know, had the original series, they had, you know, they got into the Giants, and they got into this one as well. I just find it very interesting that these would actually all be given at the same time, probably by the same person, to thrift shops. Really kind of strange, but you know, that's the way that is. Now the next item, if none of that Skylander stuff really impresses you or is up your alley, never fear, I've always got something a little more retro for you. So here we go, I'll get into that right now. I just need to make myself a little bit of room to show you this. I'll probably actually change the camera angle because I really don't want to wreck this. I'm trying to open it up, sort of sitting on my lap here though. And it's a complete in box Super Nintendo that I picked up, and I didn't get a killer deal on this, although the price I paid is more than reasonable for it. I paid $60 for this. The thing I'm most interested in is actually the box itself. It's in pretty awesome shape there. Little wear in the corner, little wear on the edges. This version here did not come with a game or anything like that from what I can tell. So it's just the console itself. But I'll open it up and give you a view of that. Here's the box, so you can just see a little bit closer. It's in really reasonable shape. I think there's sort of like one like small tear right here in it. You know, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It is a little bit worn, but for the most part, it's in pretty good shape. And the system here is pretty ugly. I didn't even look at the system, honestly. I have a system to put in here if I want, but it does have the connector in the back and everything like that, so that's pretty good, and it'll be able to clean it up. It's just really dirty. I think it's not particularly yellowed, which is kind of nice to not have yellowing. It has like a bunch of manuals in here. I have no idea if these are all the manuals, but you can see there's the Super Nintendo manual, advertisements and all this stuff, and like how to hook it up and everything like that. Awesome part is it actually came with an extra controller, which is kind of cool, because this looks to me like it only came with one controller, so kind of cool to get an extra one again. Definitely needs to be cleaned. This stuff has been used pretty good, it feels like, but you know, a power supply, which is also really nice. Box, or the styrofoam in here is in great condition, and the accompanying cable and all that kind of stuff, so everything is in there, including an extra controller, which is really awesome. Alright, so that's the Super Nintendo that I found complete in box. Super happy with that. Obviously the price is not the greatest, but if you really look at it, it's a pretty good solid deal, especially in my area, for picking up a complete in box Super Nintendo, that's for sure. I'll have to test it out, make sure everything works. I've taken a system I know is clean because I cleaned it, and I know that it is, you know, good to go kind of thing, and works and everything like that. And I put that in the box, and obviously a power supply that works, a controller that I know works and everything like that, and it's totally clean. And so now that nicely rests on my shelf, although you can't see that up there because it's sort of down at this end of the shelf. It's up on the shelf now, and I will clean up that system and everything else like that. So basically the deal worked like this. I saw it on Kijiji. It was there for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, up to an hour kind of thing. It wasn't on there for very long. The original ad asked for $70 for it. I offered $50, they came back with $60, and I took it at that, and really that's what I was looking to pay for it. So it kind of worked out exactly what I thought it would. Now, not the world's greatest price like I was saying, but all in all, in my area, $60 for a complete in box Super Nintendo is a really great deal, especially when you get the extra controller thrown in. So I'll probably end up being able to sell off a lot of these Skylanders and sort of recouping my costs on most of this stuff, and end up paying just a few dollars for that actually, which is kind of nice for me. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.